What percentage of the time do you feel that you get your way, Dad, in your arguments?
0.
Oh my God. That is so off. It's
And
just
Ma, what would
pathetic.
you say the number is that Dad gets his way?
60% at least, if not 70.
Okay, so 59%.
Name the last thing I got my way. Name the last one. Go. Just one. Just name one.
Honey, I can't remember. It happens every day.
That's like saying name your favorite movie, and nobody can think of a single movie.
Yeah.
I
ever.
can name one.
What? And there's my point.
Yeah.
Welcome
Anyway,
to
yes.
Don't Listen to Us.
Don't listen to me.
Who are we? I'm Gideon's son, and who are you guys?
I'm Becky's father.
I'm
Like your
Mandy's
dog's
wife,
father,
Gideon's
Mandy's
mother.
wife.
I'm
other
Gramps.
people's mother.
Gramps.
Yeah.
So, what's occupying your guys' mind? Oh, Mom did a great job at writing down a bunch of thoughts throughout the week of things she thought were interesting. Did you do that at all, Dad? Nope.
I thought about things that were interesting.
Could I see my list?
that
Kid?
I could write down.
Yeah.
And you know what I came up with?
What?
Nothing.
Oh, that's good. And meanwhile, this is Mom's list. It's 2 pages long. Singles. What's up with people your generation typing in all caps? Are you aware of the experience of reading that for everyone else?
That it's like yelling.
Yes, it feels
No.
like yelling.
Okay, first of all, it is
Like if you type in all caps and you want to yell, how do you do it?
boldface.
Mom, what's one thing off your list? Just randomly read one of those paragraphs. Go. Don't pick a good one. Just first one you see. You're trying to pick a good one.
Here, do this one. Read
That
this one. I
That
just pointed.
What does it say?
No.
What?
What would our memories be without photographs? Do you think people remembered better before they were invented?
Yeah.
I think they did because they had to tell stories about events and everybody had to sort of repeat and share because you just didn't take a picture and think, okay, that's good. I mean, honestly, he doesn't remember being there for your childhoods at all. And then I show him.
I mean, I don't
50s.
I don't remember my childhood
Yeah.
at all.
You don't really
People
at
talk
all?
about experiences
I
of
don't
childhood.
remember.
I mean, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember playing with GI Joes vaguely on a carpet. I remember
You let him have a G.I. Joe?
the alligator game where people would try to pretend to be an alligator.
Daniel
and we'd be
Wolfe.
running. Oh, really?
Yeah, that was Daniel.
Oh, that was a great game.
He loved that
He'd try
so
to
much.
get your feet.
Yeah.
Dad, what did you read on Mom's list that made your eyebrows? You looked confused. What was that one?
Having never, I didn't get it at
Yeah.
first. Having never felt old or older, suddenly believing I am. And then in parentheses it said, not very funny. And I thought it meant suddenly believing I am not very funny.
Oh no, you just feel that topic is not very funny.
Yeah. I mean, Gideon said anything funny that you came up, and it's not very funny.
No, it doesn't have to be funny. Just
Yeah.
I'm just inviting you guys to, capture some thoughts and feelings.
Well, you know what also is interesting, the whole joy and beauty thing, which is, on my phone and everybody calls me on it. Maybe I should change.
What's that? To start every day with joy and
Start,
beauty.
start around. It's really hard to do that in these circumstances of the world falling apart. But somebody gave me a gardenia bush. And the gardenias are so delicious. I just never pass it without
You don't eat them.
smelling it. It's a beautiful fragrance.
What's the flower you eat? Nasturtiums.
Nasturtiums. Yeah.
Nasturtiums.
Nasturtiums.
Which
Well,
Isaac, you have them here and Isaac has them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a little spicy. Well,
Yeah.
that's a great thing to do. Must smell something.
No, it is.
Nice.
We go in and out, and I make myself do that because that's a pleasurable practice.
Becky is licking her asshole. How often does that happen?
Not often enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that in the frame, honey? Are we sharing that with?
Well, I think it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
It's universal.
Great. So, what are we here to do? Welcome to Don't Listen to Us.
I'm ready for a
Welcome to
question.
Don't Listen.
I'm ready.
I'm taking or leaving it my show.
I'm ready for the first question.
And
You know what I
here
wish we
are.
had?
Oh, my God.
I know what I wish we had. Did
Yeah.
you ever? Do you know
What do
who
you wish?
Groucho Marx was?
Yes.
Say the magic word, a little duck come down and give you $100.
Yeah.
So a magic word would be, a little duck would have a magic word in his mouth. And the people that would be the guests,
Yeah.
if they said the magic word, they got $100. Now we're not giving away $100,
Yeah.
because we're doing this for almost nothing.
Yeah.
So what we should do is say the magic word, and you get
A question.
No, you got to get something.
Uh-oh.
And we'll mail it to you. What about one of your tea towels?
Honey, the thermos is out.
The thermos is out.
Yes.
Let me show the people that didn't see episode 2. This is our cue when Gideon pulls this out for us to shut up.
Yeah, and it hasn't worked once. Yeah.
But it would be, what about say the magic word little duck comes down
that's a great and you get a little duck.
We can hook a duck.
We don't have the budget for that. we have no budget. We have no duck budget.
We could make a duck and put a magic word in.
That kind of idea is like a season 4 idea.
If I was listening to this right now, I'd go, oh God.
That's great, and that's what people have the option. You skip ahead 30 seconds. This is a perfect moment to skip ahead 30 seconds.
We'll get an ice cream.
Okay,
so cherries.
Listener question number 1 today is from Suzanne, and this is an email we received about friendship. Suzanne writes, my husband and I have been married for 30 years, lots of ups and downs, with 3 grown children and careers slowly winding down towards retirement. Dad, are you looking at your phone?
I wanted to get something for Suzanne.
For Suzanne. How are you going to listen to Suzanne's question if you're looking at your phone? You think you have the attention span to multitask like that?
I can chew gum and walk at the same time.
This is your last warning with the phone.
Yeah,
otherwise I'm going to remove it from you like
and...
a little bad Mandy.
As you said to me when you were little, you're not the boss of me.
But it's turned. How the tables have turned, and he is the boss of us.
All right, Suzanne was saying, with 3 grown children and careers slowly winding down towards retirement, we now have more time for us. While we love each other's company, we would like friends too. We never really connected with the parents of our kids' friends. Our neighborhood has turned over and is now full of young, more religious families. Coworkers are okay, but we see them all the time. What is your advice for seeking out like-minded adults that we can connect with? Suzanne from Baltimore wants to know.
Don't do it.
Wow.
Don't do it.
Hey, Suzanne, I mean, I sort of, friends are my oxygen. People are my oxygen. And I know that during the pandemic, when we moved up here, I didn't really know anybody because for years we'd brought people up here or weren't here on a regular basis. I think it's really challenging, but it's very doable. Anyway, I think you have to
Suzanne
think outside
takes you down to her place near the river.
Interesting, Dad.
You can
this
hear
is illegal.
The boats.
This is something I've been meaning to tell you. We can't sing songs
without rights,
that exist.
Man.
You can make up a song any time, or I think you can sing new lyrics to a tune.
Are you repeating what the producers are saying in your ear?
No. This is one of the 10 warnings I was supposed to give you that I forgot.
Oh,
I want to stay on this topic.
Yeah.
I want to stay on now. I want to stay on this topic because I think it's interesting. Suzanne, I've been picking up people, literally. Part of it is I have the excuse that I have a 3.5-year-old grandchild that I spend a lot of time with. So there was this lovely woman that was waitressing at a place we go to a lot up here, and we started talking, and she mentioned she had a 3-year-old, and they live right down the street from us. So I said, would you like to come over? And I invited her over on Friday, and we had a lovely day together.
What would be your advice to people who maybe aren't used to doing that kind of thing? How do you break out of your shell from being more quiet to having the guts to say, hi, do you want to hang out even when you're in your older years?
I think you maybe acknowledge that it's awkward and uncomfortable and that you say, hi, we've passed each other 3 times and I realize we live near each other and we're trying to meet new people because we have more time for friendships. Would you like to have tea?
And maybe be open to rejection.
And and they may look at you like you're weird. One of my closest friends on earth is somebody I picked up 42 years ago in Marrakesh. Mm-hmm. I just kept bumping into this woman and I finally said, would you like to have tea? And she's been a mainstay of my life. I just think I think people are starving. I don't think you're the only one that is looking for new connections.
Yeah.
We've been Zoomed and isolated, and I think lots of people want to just say hello. Don't listen to a podcast. Anybody you make a connection with, just say Hi, where do you live? Start a conversation. Would you like to have a
I
conversation?
think it's like falling in love. Don't look to make new connections. Just go about your business, make breakfast, brush your teeth, do your bathroom duties,
Right.
get out, and just have your life. And then you bump into somebody when you're not looking for it. If you're looking for it, it's not going to be easy.
Couldn't disagree
Do you-
more. I
do
think
you-
you have to make an effort.
I totally don't agree with her. Go
Great.
get a dog. Walk
Do
your
you-
dog. That's a good way to meet people.
Do you feel like our social groups narrow as we get older?
Without an effort to expand them, yes.
Right.
But
No,
you
I don't think that's true.
No?
No, my social group is actually increasing as I get older.
And why do you think that
Because
is?
I'm desperate. I'm desperate for company.
Yeah.
I am. I'm desperate for company, and I'm more open to the people Kathryn brings through the over the transom.
Right. I mean, that's most of your friends have been through your wife,
Almost everybody, with like just a handful of, not even a full hand of exceptions.
which is not an uncommon thing,
No.
particularly with dads, particularly with like men
Yeah.
over 50. I've talked to so many friends, different class backgrounds, different racial backgrounds, different locations, and we've like discovered, hey, does your dad like
have
not
friends?
have as many friends as your mom? And I think it's I don't think it's just like a gendered thing. I think it's also a generational thing.
I think it's
because-
but you're very different. Both you and Isaac, which I'm thrilled to say, both have the ability to connect and make friends much more than your dad did.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this. There have been times where you've wanted more friends in the past, and you've been like, what do you guys, like, what's your secret? Or why, like, how is that easy for you?
Well, that's why I started the fathers group.
Right.
And there was 4 guys, because we had an interesting discussion one night when you all were little
Yeah.
about life and family and kids and raising them.
that was a
and-
long
and-
time
And almost
ago.
nothing about work.
Yeah, but that was
a
very
long,
funny.
long
It
time
was,
ago.
it was.
And
Dad-
it's been a continued thing. And my main thing that I've always said is you have to be not just interested in the other people sometimes, but you have to like sustain that.
Well-
and I think you're not alone in that sometimes you're very interested in people and want the connection, but also then you want a lot of space and a lot of quietude.
Well, I'll tell you how it works for me, and I'm absolutely 100% at fault as much as that I feel other men are.
Yeah.
I meet some guy and I want to hang out and I have a nice time.
Yeah.
And then I never make an effort again. Almost never again.
So what's up with that? What the fuck
I
is
don't
wrong
know.
with
It's
you?
like it's just how stupid humans are, in my humble opinion. Kathryn and I and Sarah and James Lapine went dancing one night. We took a dancing lesson, like ballroom dancing lesson.
Yeah.
We had the best time ever. We have to do it again. We've said it many times over the years.
Yeah.
We had to do it again. I don't know how many, maybe 20 years ago. We have never done it again. It was one of the most fun things we ever did. And then I'll have other guys who want to get together, and then I'm not good at it. Or I want to get together, and they're not good at it. Or I feel like I'm making all the effort, and they're not making all the
you
effort. So I get pissed
feel-
off, and then I don't see anybody.
So, do you feel you've gotten better at this or worse at this?
I use the excuse of work, which is real because I do need to do a certain amount of work every day,
Yeah.
i.e. to go over my songs when I'm walking. That's what I do so that I don't lose them. Or if I have words to learn for a film job, then I have to go over them thousands of times so I learn them. But there's a lot more time during the day for me to do other things.
Yeah.
And I don't take advantage of it. And I'm ashamed to say I have been trying to address this my whole life, and I get a big fat F.
No, you
for
don't.
it.
You're
I
much
do.
better. I'm going to say two things.
Why can't you give yourself
get-
why can't you give yourself an F plus or a D minus?
Yeah,
F.
plus.
F.
No, let me tell you. Can I say something? You
An
know what
F
Dad
would
said?
mean you don't have any friends. You have a lot of good friends who love you and who you love. You just don't feel as good at making new friends.
All right,
as
I'll give
you'd
myself
like
a
to.
D minus. You know why? Because Mrs. Chlorophene in English at Kenwood High School
Yeah.
gave me a D minus, and that's how come I passed and I graduated
There you go.
high school.
So D minus not so bad.
Can I say something really interesting?
Sure.
This idea of friendship
She
with
should have been
dads
thrown out
has
of school
come-
for that.
has come up a lot with us. We're having this discussion a lot. So one day Dad goes out with a friend, right? Because we've had this discussion about,
Yeah.
spending time. And he comes home and I said, how was your time? And he said, boy, friendship takes a lot of work. And I said, yes, it does, continuously.
Yeah.
Also,
But I think the
What
thing,
about 2.5
I think-
hours too
wait a
much?
minute.
I think the thing that sometimes Dad feels is that when he's feeling those feelings, he's defective or broken or doesn't understand how to do something, and he doesn't know how incredibly common this
Yeah.
is. And I think
To fail at friendship if you're metal.
not to fail at friendship, just like to have a hard time continually making new friends or sustaining friends. And I do think generationally it is harder.
Do you
for
not
older
have a hard
folks.
time ever?
That is not a thing I struggle with. What I struggle with is staying in touch with all the
people you
close
care about.
friendships that are meaningful to me, and I feel overwhelmed by that and often give myself an F minus.
You shouldn't. You should give yourself a D or a D
I will.
minus.
And this conversation has inspired me to give myself a D minus. So thank you for that confidence to boost from F minus to D minus.
I'm starting to sweat.
Okay, honey, I had more to say about this topic.
I know.
Another
Well,
time.
you'll always have more to say.
But there was such a good thing.
I know. Well,
I'm gonna turn
we'll
the
come
air
back to it.
conditioner up.
It's
Oh, yeah,
edited.
turn it up. Go ahead, Mom, while Dad's...
It's very interesting. I recently had an opportunity to see an old, really important friend of Dad's.
Yeah.
Okay? I had the best time.
Yeah.
That was on a Thursday. And I said, honey, you really should reach out. Oh, I will. I love her. Well, why don't you ask her to come over today? No, I got to work. I got to do things today. Well, what about tomorrow?
Is that
I'm a little,
disturbing?
I'm a little hesitant. I pushed him. He had this friend come over, and he had
The best time.
the best time all day.
I was in tears. I was so moved
How
at
great is
seeing
that?
my dear friend again.
How great is
My
that?
friend grew. Oh my God, I love her so much, and we haven't seen each. We saw each other a little bit. I saw her,
Yeah.
you know, and then I find I don't look for excuses. Somehow a big chunk of time goes until we see each other again, and then thank God we saw each other again. Mom helped to make that happen, and Mom then knew to leave me alone. She went out with our daughter-in-law, and left me alone with Gru, so that we could just have a visit. And that visit meant the world to
I think
me.
it's Dad's. I'm a half glass full. He's a half glass empty. His anticipation is anxiety. It won't work. He won't want to do it. He'll get bored. He won't escape. And then once he does it,
I know what it
he's
is.
fabulous.
I know what it is because I love it, and I'm furious that it's not easier for me. But look, my glasses are fogging up. I'm not kidding. I get upset about this. I know what it is. I'm worried.
I mean, also, Dad, anytime you can always say,
I don't want to talk
this."
about it. I know, but I like breaking down in front of in front of an international audience. I hope, and but I know what it is. If I make the effort
Yeah.
to reach out, and while I'm reaching out, it's going south, and the other person wants it,
Yeah.
I can't find a graceful way sometimes to get out. I do find
Right.
graceful ways, but I feel guilty.
And that's a lot of anxiety.
Then I'm the one who's not calling back. I'm not the one who's not having
And
dinner
you
or
know
tea or
how
a
that
walk again.
feels on the other end.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
My
to
whole
someone
career is about
else.
that. If you choose to be an actor or whatever, you better be ready for rejection.
Right.
24/7, 365.
So it just feels kind of too complicated.
It's just not. It's really a lot of work for me.
Yeah.
Not when I get together with you, because if it works, I have a great time.
Right.
And if it's an old friend, I usually am very emotional because I can't believe we haven't seen each other so long. But Mom, part of my problem is it's so fucking easy for Mom.
Right.
She does it with her hands tied behind her back and her eyes blindfolded.
Well, there's
and,
that.
And
there's that.
I get angry at how easy it is for her,
Right.
and how it isn't that way for me because, like a lot of people are talking about, because I'm lonely,
Right.
and that's insane. I have no excuse to be lonely.
You're creating that situation.
I'm at fault for it, but that's why I'm angry, because I end up feeling lonely.
Right.
And I think, Suzanne, think outside the box. Just make a list of all the different things in your community and everywhere you go, and be brave and bold, and you will find lots of people. And don't let age be a factor.
And one last thought
Okay.
from me, if I may. Don't listen to me. Listen to Kathryn, and don't be like me. Be like Kathryn.
And this reminds me of the age-old adage, Dad. Always compare yourself to your spouse
Yeah.
to feel better.
Comparison leads to violence.
No, I appreciate that, all that, and I think it's complicated for a lot of people.
I'm not going to listen to this episode.
No.
This has undone me.
Sorry.
I feel horrible.
This show is sponsored by MIDI Health. And let me tell you, I'm so thrilled to learn about MIDI Health because when I was in midlife and when I was going through perimenopause and menopause, they did not exist. I felt alone like every woman going through this was made to feel. And we were made to feel ashamed and embarrassed and to feel that our vibrancy in all areas was over. Do you know today, 75% of women seeking care for menopause and perimenopause issues are left entirely untreated? How is that possible? MIDI Health is now here to provide individualized telehealth, which is covered by your insurance, by the way. And they will listen, take women seriously, and encourage you to move on to this next act, get through it less insane than I was. So I really encourage you to check them out. If you're ready to feel your best and write your own second act, visit joinmidi.com today. Book your personalized, insurance-covered virtual visit. That's joinmidi.com, MIDI. The care women deserve. That's progress. Hallelujah. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. I was born in California, and I never understood that if people had the option, why they wouldn't live in a place that had all 4 seasons, because I found that magical. But I know as the days get shorter and it gets darker, some people feel a little shut in, a little lonely with that. And BetterHelp is encouraging everybody to reach out. Let the people that you're close with or haven't been in touch with for a while know you're there, you know. And in these challenging times, it really feels good to remember you have a community, remember there are people that you feel close with. And if you need help outside of your community, it feels really good to reach out for a therapist. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they are fully licensed in the U.S., which was really important to me to find out before I agreed to associate with BetterHelp, because I think licensing and skill and training is really important. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. And our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/don't listen. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/don't listen. Let's make the fall a beautiful opportunity to connect and to heal what needs healing.
Mom and Dad, this round will be joined by a live caller. But first, let's hear their question.
Hi, Mandy. Hi, Kathryn.
Hi.
Kathryn. Hi, Mandy.
Hi.
This is Emonnie. And my question to you is, what is something you no longer do that you miss doing, and why did you stop? For me, it's daydreaming. Before I turned 17, I didn't have a phone. A lot of the time when others my age would be on their phones, I would be sitting off to the side, looking into nothingness and just pondering the world. And I honestly feel like this is when my brain was the most creative. Nowadays, I spend most of my time in front of a screen, and I just don't do as much daydreaming. But anyways, how about you? And thank you for taking my question.
Okay, so I want to bring Emonnie on here and
That's a beautiful question, Emonnie.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Emonnie, you just made me cry. I'm having such a weird reaction because...
Are you here? Are you here with us, Emonnie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just heard her.
Yes, I can hear.
Emonnie? Yeah.
Thank you
Emonnie,
for sharing
I
that
think,
with us.
You know, a writer named Anna Quinlan once wrote about how she became a writer because she spent so much of her childhood daydreaming. And I think we've been programmed with all the technology and the way everybody communicates on it with taking away a fantastic aspect of our humanness, which is daydreaming. And now you have to be disciplined, Sue, to make up time for your daydreaming because you have all these options. So I would say to you, if you can, to turn off your phone or computer for a certain time of day and give your permission to daydream. I certainly am trying to do that. And in terms of what I miss, I mostly really miss, it's gotten better, but it's still been so impacted by COVID and all this screen time. I miss gathering with people all the time in our 3 dimensions by accident or purposefully. I miss going to the theater without worrying about getting sick or to a movie without getting sick. Do you know? That's not quite your question about what do I do that I don't do anymore. But it is...
Emonnie, where are you calling from today? And can I ask, what do you do for a living now?
Yeah, sure. Well, right now, I am in California, Riverside, California right now. And I actually go to school for writing for television and film. So I do consider myself a writer. And you're right, Kathryn, it is much harder to daydream these days, and it has affected my writing. I feel like I was much more creative when I was younger.
Emonnie, why is it harder for you to daydream these days?
Oh, because of the screens, for sure. Like Kathryn was saying, I just spend so much time either on social media, because I feel like the biggest way to stay in the loop is to be on social media to figure out what everyone is talking about and doing. And then to decompress, I either watch one of my favorite shows or a movie. But I've tried to minimize screen time. I just bought a word search book because I don't know. I think it elevates your mind in some way.
Can I talk to you for a minute, Emonnie? First of all, I love your name. I love that you're a writer. I love the tone of your voice. So my eyes are closed while I'm talking to you because I want to just be with you. And I would really highly recommend what I've learned to do. When I'm filming, I'm usually the oldest person these days on the set, and everybody's somewhere in their 30s, most of the other people. And many of them are on their phones. And they are on their phones, and the director says action, and they just drop their phone below the camera line or put it behind their tush, and they play the scene, and then he says cut, and then they pick up their phone and continue. And I just can't get over it. I can't get over that they can concentrate and do the scene beautifully and be on the phone while they're in the middle of a conversation with someone. I just can't get over it anyway. And I don't admire it. I just think, what would happen if you didn't do that? So what I started doing when I noticed that was I started leaving my phone, which we all get addicted to, in my trailer. And I'd be on the set for 10 to 12 hours a day, and I'd never see that phone. And I would sit quietly looking at my lines or thinking, or my favorite thing to do, which is what you're talking about, is daydreaming. Because, and I have a suggestion to make to you, aside from leaving your phone somewhere else, is I live in my imagination. That is my reality. I love my imagination and the life it creates, whether it's great, wonderful, silly, funny, trying, painful, hard, or thrilling. I love my imagination. And what I would love you to try to do is don't use a dictionary, don't use a word game or anything. Take a pencil and paper or go out and buy an old-fashioned typewriter so there's no screen in front of you. Really make a dramatic change, like you have some sort of illness and the doctor gives you a prescription and you got to do it or you're going to die. And just write. and use your imagination, which is really daydream. And you don't have to force yourself to dream. If you can't think of anything, just say, I'm sitting here for hours. I can't think of a damn thing. I feel like an empty vessel. This guy told me to just use my imagination. I feel like it died. I feel like I don't have an imagination. I don't know who I am. And I can't figure out the word to say it. I know what the word is. I'm gesiggedevund. I'm just gesiggedevund every minute of every day. And I want to feel flabbersinten. I just want to feel flabbersinten, so I'm not gesiggedevund, because I hate being gesiggedevund. Oh, my friends are flabbersivitten, and why can't I be flabbersivitten? And make it up. Make it all up. And get back to the thing that you miss the most, which is obviously something you know how to do and you have the gift of. And I love that you've asked this question, because it's reminded me that I need to get back to my imagination.
Yes.
And practice more with listening to it and giving it some breath and time and walks in the woods to just think of nothing or think of everything.
I think, Emonnie, that you've really touched on something that is like endemic to everyone who's been affected by this technological boom. None of us are healthy. We are all so fucked with this stuff.
I agree. I'm going to get a flip phone, which I've heard people talking about, and I'm going to put this thing away, and I may just go to my computer in the evening to see what business things came in.
Let me tell Emonnie,
and
if
I'm
you
gonna do
have
it.
just inspired my dad to get a flip phone, I'm going to send you the most gigantic cake with 1,000 candles, because this is something I've wanted for him for ages.
She has.
And he just bought an iPhone 16. And I'm telling you, if he gets a flip phone...
I got a good amount off because I'm giving back my
well, wait, but that has nothing to do with flip
Dad,
phone, honey.
do you want to make a commitment to Emonnie?
Emonnie, I promise you, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it before this week is over.
And I have one too.
Maybe, Emonnie, if he can do that, maybe you can carve out some consistent time for yourself away from screens for a real period of time and see how it affects you.
And my wife would like, she just said, can I have one too? I'm willing to get, my wife, Kathryn, I'm willing to get you one, honey. Yeah. Only if Emonnie is willing to find a time every day to show you how to use it. Because your family members, we have other things we need to do.
Yeah. Emonnie, I don't know if you've heard, there is a writing teacher, Nadine something. I used to, writing down the bones. Do you know her at all, Emonnie?
No,
she had a great exercise which was just called keep the hand moving on the page. So whether it's in the morning or at night, you have no purpose, you have no theme, you have nothing. You just keep your hand moving on that page for 10 minutes and see what comes out.
You know, actually, I actually wrote a poetry book, and it's called Soul in Hands, because it's all of what I feel from my soul to everyone else's. And there's a lot, like what we're talking about now, there's a lot in there that I just felt. And I know that I think when I was writing it reminded me how alike I'm like to everyone else. You know, how just like how we're talking now with how screens, how they're so, they have so much control in our lives. And I just, I'm seeing just how much we all are affected by it, and how it would be nice for us to go back to revaluing community, like in person, you know, like you were saying earlier, Kathryn. And I know that social media is wonderful. It really is. It's brought us together. It's connected us all. But there's too much value in it, I feel. And it's just a tool, you know.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Emonnie, as we started this podcast today, I don't know what the topic came up, and I don't want to remember, because I started getting anxious and literally sweating, and my glasses started to fog up. And then I hung in, and then you called, and then you talked to us. And I have the biggest smile on my face, because you didn't just calm me down. You really just made me peaceful. And I've often said to my wife and to many people, the only thing I long for in my life is peace. And I think I would trade in everything. I know it's an easy thing to say, because you'd say, like, well, how would you feel if you couldn't sing, or you couldn't do your work, you couldn't have your family with? I don't mean that. I just mean I'd trade in something that mattered if I could traded in for peace. And I mean inner peace, and I mean world peace at the same time. And you gave me that right now. You didn't give me the world peace. We're all still working on that. But you made me feel peaceful. And you gave me a little food to keep up the fight.
And I just love that. I just love your thinking about this in the world that you live in, and you just don't accept how it defines itself, that you are looking for what you need as a creative person, even if it goes against the dominant way of communicating. And I just encourage you in every way to
Listen
make
to
that
yourself.
grow and listen to yourself.
Yeah, listen to yourself. I'm listening to you.
Well, thank you for speaking with me, and I hope that you both or you all have a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Emonnie.
You too.
We'll talk again soon.
Bye.
Bye. That was beautiful, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
She was amazing.
I want to
Really.
thank
was
Debbie
amazing.
and Katrina because honestly, I had an experience listening to her, and I mean these are our producers along with Gideon who this whole podcast was their idea, and I never imagined that I would I just didn't think that I would meet somebody that would affect me in a way that changed my mood today, and I think I'll carry it with me. I'll remember her name and the sound of her voice, and I hope that my words come to fruition, and I did not expect that from being a part of a podcast.
I love that, and I think that's one of your superpowers, Dad, is that you're able to allow yourself to change moods pretty dramatically. Even when you feel things pretty large in one way or another, you can. Some part of your brain and heart is open to that shifting within a small space of time. This brings us to our last little segment today, our little hang time.
Wow.
And today's question is, who's the best dog ever?
Becky.
Becky.
Who's the neediest dog ever? Becky.
So tell me about Becky. Where is she?
Here, should I get her to come up on my lap? Come here, sweetie.
Let's bring her up here.
Come here. Let me have a treat. Come here.
Becky,
come here.
come.
Come here.
Come on, Becky. This is your moment.
Come here. Come on up.
Okay.
This is your
Come
moment.
here. Oh, here. Watch
What
out.
are you, okay, you don't like dog segments?
I'm
I
not a
just
dog
gave her
person.
some.
I wrote
No,
a whole...
I
don't
think
say
she's
that
got-
right in front of
I think
her.
she's got something in her throat.
Really?
Do you want another treat? Will that help clear your throat, like a piece of dry bread, or is it going to make it worse?
Okay, so who
This is my girl.
wanted
This is my daughter.
who wanted a dog here?
Dad.
No, the kids want. Oh, can I take these out of my ears?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
kids. You said the whole family thought I needed a dog. We had two black labs.
We had two black
how
labs
long?
for 10 and for 14 and 16
14,
years.
16.
I took them out first thing in the morning, last thing at night. I'm not a dog person. It was for my sons and my
What about
husband.
this dog?
They died. So this dog, every dad
We
wanted-
buried those
buried
dogs
them.
right out there
Right
by the
outside.
Yeah,
river.
probably
in the
not
moonlight.
deep enough. If it ever floods, we'll get to visit.
Well, I
their
want to
bones.
build if it floods and it excavates the bones. I want to build something out of the bones.
Okay, kid. You
Oh,
wanted
Can
my
I use
hip
my
bone.
phone to make her sing?
No,
No.
Okay.
not yet.
So anyway, every
Had
dad
to go
wanted
with
a
a flip phone.
dog. It had been 10 years since we had dogs. He always
Yeah.
said he was too busy to take care of it. I said, too bad.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that. Not my thing. Pandemic happens. He says she's not a pandemic dog. I don't know. We got her March 2020. What else is that?
Yeah.
We didn't get it because of the pandemic. We were looking for a rescue dog before the world shut down from the pandemic. Everybody felt I needed the dog.
Yeah,
it just-
Mandy was in his own pandemic.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We went to a local shelter.
Don't make it like
We
a-
saw two nasty dogs. I thought I'd humor him. It passed.
They weren't nasty.
And
They just
they were
weren't
nasty
right
to
for
me.
us.
I was not into it. And I told Dad, this is my favorite dog story. This is the dynamic of
Yeah.
who gets what. I said, you can have a dog as long as it's small
Oh,
enough.
we should tell everyone. Becky is at the table currently.
Yes.
Anyone who's not watching.
Yes,
or listening.
she's at the. I told Dad I'd agree to a dog if it was small enough to fit in his lap and not embarrass him.
Yeah.
And absolutely, she had to have hair and not fur because I will not live with a shedding thing.
Yeah.
What did I end up with? I ended up with a
90 pounds.
90-pound,
84 pounds now. I got
6 foot when she stands up, half Great Pyrenee, half yellow lab, and I will be covered in white fur the rest of my life. I must say, I do love the dog. I do think
Did
it's
you say how you met her? That she jumped up on you and put her...
she jumped up
she
on
put
me
her
at the
paws
shelter.
here and
Yeah.
then tucked her head right in here,
Yeah.
and she melted.
The
and I
shelter
looked
person-
at
Is
that.
that true, Mom?
Yes.
It is true. The shelter
And I
person
went, "We're going
wrote to
to
us.
look
She
at
said,
that
I think you two need a soulful dog.
Yeah.
And I have one. She's been working with, special.
Do you have a tick?
Yep.
Is there a tick?
Big,
Is there a tick?
huge
Give it to me.
fucking
Give
tick.
it to me.
Give it
You
to
can
me.
freak out.
Tick.
Just calm down,
God
everybody.
damn.
These are fine. You just eat them.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
Put some ketchup on them.
You're
It'll
welcome.
taste great.
Well, that's our thing today that we did.
That's all, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't use
No,
that.
I'm just kidding.
Warner Brothers are coming.
Own
your house.
Does today's episode have an ending song? Is there a
Is it-
song?
Yeah,
at the
Mom.
end?
Is there a
Mom,
song? You know what I
Mom,
thought
you do
that-
you
Oh.
do the end of today's song.
Can she not even sing? Is she not even allowed to sing like the children's songs?
If
that
it's
she sang?
Public domain.
Public domain. You could sing Happy Birthday.
Scratch, scratch, scratch it. Fleas are biting. Cheer up, comrades. I have 6. I will pinch their little tails in between my fingernails till they promise they won't scratch me anymore. Scratch, scratch.
There you go.
Perfect
Nobody's
song
going to
for
sue you
chicks
over
and
that.
days.
And the other
That's
ones
great.
you sing the kids all the time, and now our grandkids. I think you can
Yeah.
do one of those every
Oh,
week.
I don't think so.
Well, thanks for listening, folks. We
Okay.
want to hear from you. More questions, stories, advice for us.
Yeah,
too.
that really, an inspiration, man.
Yeah.
We really got inspired. I'm going to go dress up. Too.
Weird, playful, fun stuff in the mix, too. Don't be shy. Please send an email to askmandyandkathryn@gmail.com or check out socials for an easy way to get in touch with us or send a voice note. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. And let's be perfectly clear. Don't.
Listen to us. But you know what I just thought of, Ken? You know what this reminds me?
What is
What it
here? What
reminds
is this
me.
water bottle represent
It's
on the
sort of
table?
like
It's
during
trying
the
to say we're
difficult
wrapping it up.
during the
This means that we have no
difficult
more time to talk about it. And now we're going to go ahead. Don't Listen to Us is a Lemonada Media original. Hosted by Mandy Patinkin, Kathryn Grody, and Gideon Grody Patinkin. Created by Katrina Onstad, Debbie Pacheco, and Gideon Grody Patinkin. Executive producers are Kathryn Grody, Gideon Grody Patinkin, Mandy Patinkin, Katrina Onstad, Debbie Pacheco, Jessica Cordova Kramer, and Stephanie Whittles Wax. Our engineer is Ryan Derringer of Welterweight Sound. Video and audio production by Mark Whiteway of Bellows Media. Thanks to Lemonada's lead engineer, Ivan Kurayev. If you haven't subscribed to Lemonada Media Premium yet, now's the perfect time. You can hear Don't Listen to Us completely ad-free. Plus, you'll unlock exclusive bonus content like behind-the-scenes conversations, questions so weird they didn't make it on air, Becky the dog shenanigans, and more. Just tap the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts, head to lemonadapremium.com to subscribe on any other app, or listen ad-free on Amazon Music with your Prime membership. That's lemonadapremium.com. Don't miss out.